It was here, along the banks of the Ohio River in Louisville, Kentucky, that the Hillerich family opened a wood-turning shop in 1855. Family patriarch J.F. thought there was money to be made shaping bedposts and butter churns. 16-year-old American-born son Bud, an avid sportsman, wanted to make baseball bats. Known today as Hillerich and Bradsby, the company and its giant bat are fixtures in downtown Louisville. Bud Hillerich definitely had the better idea, says company spokesman P.J. Shelley.
We make 2,500 bats a day on average. During peak production, around spring training time, we can make as many as 5,000 bats a day. We make 1.8 million wood bats here every year. Fortunately for us, the young son prevailed, and we're not making butter churns any longer.
Quickly dubbed the Louisville Slugger, the bat's been a favorite of American baseball players for more than a century. This slugger was used in the last game played by baseball legend Jackie Robinson in 1956.
When people think of baseball bats, or especially certainly wood baseball bats, they're thinking of a Louisville Slugger.
The Louisville Slugger is such an American icon that references to it are common in American books, movies, and popular music. Carrie Underwood sings of smashing her boyfriend's car with a Louisville Slugger in her hit song Before He Cheats from 2007. Denny Luckett has been turning bats at Hillerich and Bradsby for 4 decades. A product that once took 15 minutes to turn by hand now pops out of a computer-controlled lathe every few seconds. But every bat still has to pass Luckett's careful inspection before it leaves the factory floor. This particular batch is going to Major League Baseball player Brian Pena of the Kansas City Royals. 9,000 master copies of the company's more famous bats are kept in a special vault, and Luckett knows many of them by sight.
Well, yeah, right here at a hand's reach is actually the model that we used to make Babe Ruth bats. This was the model that they used when Babe Ruth would order his bats. They would come and get this out of the model room, figure out what weight he wanted, figure out what weight it took to make the bats, and turn his bats off of that one.
The Great Bambino is just one of thousands of professional baseball players who've had contracts with Hillerich and Bradsby over the years, allowing the company to sell autographed copies of their bats to ordinary players. Given the number of bats players at all skill levels go through in a baseball season, Luckett never has to worry about staying busy.
Everyday players will probably go anywhere from 12 to 14, 15 dozen bats in a season. That's counting batting practice and whatever. They get bats. When they get them, they go through them and they pick out the ones they want for the games. They pick out the ones they want for batting practice. And they pick out the ones they want to sign and sell to their friends and whatever. It's just.
For VOA News, Mike Osborne at the Slugger Factory and Museum in downtown Louisville, Kentucky.